Say, Nathan, you know who else is looking for action? Sky Masterson.
Sky Masterson. That's the highest player of them all.
Higher than the Greek?
Higher than anybody. Why do you think they call him Sky? That's how high he bets. One time he was sick and he wouldn't take penicillin on the couch. He had bet 10 C's that his temperature would go down.
Did it?
Did it? He so lucky it went to 106.
Maybe you could borrow the 1,000 from Sky.
Not from Sky. With him, that kind of money isn't lending money, it's, betting money. So, why don't I bet him?
You would bet with Sky Masterson.
I ain't afraid. I'm perfectly willing to take the risk, provided I can figure out a bet in which it'd be impossible to lose. You see, Sky likes crazy bets like how far you can kick a piece of cheesecake. Cheesecake! Alright, run into Mindy's restaurant and ask him how many pieces of cheesecake he sold yesterday, and also how much strudel.
How much cheesecake? How much strudel? What do you want to know for?
Just find out. Here comes Adelaide. If she hears I'm running the crap game again, she'll never set foot on me again.
Hello, Nathan.
Adelaide, pigeon.
You go ahead, girls. Order me a tuna fish on rye and a chocolate sundae with tomato ketchup and mayonnaise. We gotta get back to the club.
You still rehearsing? How's your cold?
Much better, thank you. Happy anniversary.
A present for me.
I hope you like it.
A belt.
Read the card.
Sugar is sweet, and so is jelly. So put this belt around your belly. That's so sweet. You see, honey, for your present, I was going to get you a diamond wristwatch with a gold band and 2 rubies on the side.
Oh, Nathan, you shouldn't have.
Oh, it's okay. I didn't. I'm sorry, honey. One day, I'll be in the money and you'll have more mink than a mink.
I don't care as long as you don't run that crap game again.
What an absurd thought.
Yesterday, Mindy sold 1,200 cheesecake and 1,500 strudel.
More strudel than cheesecake, that's great!
Nathan, what is this?
Nothing, honey. Fellas, why don't you take Adelaide to the drugstore? You see, honey, it's across the street, and you have a cold, and there's a lot of open manholes around.
Oh, Nathan, you're just the sweetest person. See you tonight.
Nathan, you old promoter, you.
How are you, Sky? Gonna be in town for long?
Leaving for Havana tomorrow. Want to come with me?
Nah, I got things to say. You hungry? Maybe we could go into Mindy's and grab a piece of cheesecake or strudel or something. You will admit that Mindy has the best cheesecake in the country.
Yes, I am quite partial to Mindy's cheesecake.
Who ain't? Yet, there are some people who like Mindy's strudel. Offhand, which do you think he sells more of, the cheesecake or the strudel?
Well, I never give much thought to it, but if everyone was like I am, I'd say Mindy sells more cheesecake than strudel.
For how much?
Huh?
I will bet you $1,000 that yesterday, Mindy sold more strudel than cheesecake.
No, Nathan, let me tell you a little story. When I was a young man about to go into the world, my father says to me a very valuable thing. Son, the old guy says, one day in your travels, you're going to come across a guy with a brand new deck of cards, and he's going to offer to bet you that he can make the jack of spades jump out of the deck and shoot cider in your ear. But son, do not bet this man, for as sure as you are standing there, you're going to end up with an earful of cider. Now, Nathan, I do not mean to suppose you have been clocking Mindy's cheesecake.
You don't think that.
However, if you're really looking for some action, I'll bet you the same amount you do not know the color necktie you have on. Well...
No bet. Blue, a crazy color.
We took Adelaide to the drugstore, and she says for you to be sure to pick her up after the show, and don't be late.
Yes, dear. I mean, yes.
Yes, dear. That is husband talk if I've ever heard it. Nathan, you are trapped. In Adelaide, you have the type of girl that's most difficult to unload.
I don't want to unload her. I love Adelaide. And besides, a guy without a doll, well, a doll is a necessity.
Nathan, I'm not putting the rap on dolls, but given weight for age, all dolls are the same.
Oh, yeah? And how come you ain't got one? How come you're going to Havana tomorrow without one?
Well, I like to travel light, but if I wanted to take a doll to Havana, there's a large assortment available.
Not real high-class dolls.
Any doll, you name her.
Any doll, and I can name them. You bet on that. I name any doll. I'm going to Havana tomorrow.
Cider. Cider.